Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a series that we've had on the channel a couple of times, and now we're bringing it back. We have a Storm products arsenal. What is the best arsenal you can create from Storm bowling balls? So, if you're new to the channel, this is something we've done every 4 to 6 months on the channel, so you'll be able to look back and see our end of 2024 arsenal and our middle of 24 arsenal. Today, we are going to have the April edition of the Storm only bowling arsenal. This is going to have Storm bowling, Roto Grip bowling, and 900 global. We have a little bit of a twist on this one. We have 2 bowling balls in all 6 of our main categories. So in this series, we create a bowling bag for you. What we do is we have categories based on how strong the bowling ball is. That means how early or late the bowling ball hooks. We have strong and smooth, strong and sharp, and a bunch of others that are on the screen right now, 6 in total. So we are going to be able to categorize the top bowling balls in each of these slots. What you can do is have 1 ball from each slot, and that creates a perfect bowling bag for league, for tournaments, or whatever you want to bowl. We've had a couple people over on YouTube trying to do what we do, but remember, we are one of the very few unbiased sources on the internet. And of course, I feel like we have the most education, the most knowledge, and the most research on these bowling balls. So let's get right into it. If you enjoy what we do, make sure to subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And then you can get notified whenever we have new videos pop up. We're going to be doing this for all the major bowling ball brands, but let's kick it right off. So we are starting with the strong and smooth category. This is going to be the strongest bowling ball in your bag. Most of these bowling balls are going to be asymmetrical and solid. So these are going to be the ones, the hook monsters, the ones that want to have a lot of oil on the lane, better for longer conditions, better for a lot of volume on the lane. And we have 2 bowling balls in these slots. The number 1 bowling ball you can pick from Storm Bowling right now, the Ion Max. The Ion Max has been out for quite a while now, and it really has been one of the best solid asymmetrical bowling balls from Storm in a very, very long time. This ball hooks early like a gem. However, it actually finishes down lane. The gem was very smooth. It liked to play a little bit straighter. It didn't want to hook the whole lane. The Ion Max is a little bit different. It kind of wants to hook. It reminds me of a better proton physics, if you guys remember the proton. This Ion Max really is a fantastic piece. It's one of the top solid ASIMs in the game today. I have it as one of my top 4 that are currently in production. But then we have a new fighter. We have the RST Hyperdrive coming in, as my opinion, as the number 2 solid ASIM strong smooth bowling ball from the Storm brands. The RST Hyperdrive is a little bit later than the Ion Max. This is also an ASIM solid, that old RST core from the RST X1, 2, and 3. However, it has microtrack solid on it. This is the same cover stock that was on the Gem series. So this is a bowling ball going to get a little bit further down lane than the Ion Max. It's going to have a similar down lane reaction, not really much sharper or anything, but it is going to get a little bit further. So this is honestly a slightly more versatile and usable Ion Max if you're a little more rev dominant. If you're speed dominant, I recommend the Ion Max. If you're balanced, you can go with either. If you're rev dominant, go with the Hyperdrive. The Hyperdrive is absolutely loved right now on the PBA Tour. Those guys adore this thing. So this is a really good choice. Honestly, these are 2 amazing bowling balls, so you can't really go wrong with either. Moving on to the strong and sharp category, these are going to be bowling balls that still have big cores, big covers. They want to hook on oil. However, they come out of the box shiny. They're hybrid or pearls. They want to get a little bit further down lane than your strong and smooth bowling ball. So these are going to be the balls you go to after your strong and smooth balls or at the start of league. These are really good league shot bowling balls. This is one of the better categories for league, or easier oil patterns. So we're going to start with my number 1 choice in this list. That is going to be the 900 Global Origin. The 900 Global Origin is a hybrid asymmetrical bowling ball, brand new core cover combo from 900 Global. This was really made with the Barnes family in mind. They have some really cool marketing with them. Make sure to go check that out. Really cool idea from them. This Origin is nutty. This thing is wild because it hooks more than almost any shiny ball on the market today. There's a lot of really good shiny balls on the market. This one hooks. This one hooks a lot. If you're speed dominant, if you have a problem getting a ball to hook down lane, I'd recommend checking out this Origin. There are a lot of stories from people, and I've actually seen it myself, where it's guys who play, say, right up 10, and they can never get a ball to hook more than that if they move left. They grab an Origin, they have to move like 5 or 6 left than what they are if you're a righty. 5 or 6 left of what they are with other bowling balls. It's weird. It's super strong. The cover is a little cleaner. The core is pretty chuggy and big, but this thing just wants to hook. This is a really good ball for longer oil conditions or heavier volume, kind of like the strong smooth balls we mentioned. So if you're somebody who's a little more speed dominant, a little more balanced even, this could be a really good option in this slot. Now, some of you might have been surprised I didn't say what this next ball is my number one, but this other ball is getting a little bit older. I think it still can fit as number one. I really wanted to showcase the origin, so this could be a 1A, 1B situation. But the next ball up in the strong and sharp category is the Roto Grip Attention Star. This was my number two bowling ball of 2024. This is arguably one of the top ASIM pearls on the market today and has been for over a year now. This thing is incredible for so many people. It is really a good two-hander bowling ball too. I'm noticing a lot of the tour guys really like this ball if they're two-handed. So if you're a higher rev rate, I check out an Attention Star. Stronger core, very weak cover, middle of the road cover for Roto Grip. This ball is not a stereotypical strong and sharp ball. Like, it's going to be weaker than the Origin by a bit. It's going to be weaker than other things like an Equinox also. However, it's going to be stronger than a lot of the symmetrical balls that we're going to talk about in a minute. This really is one of the goated bowling balls from Roto Grip of the 2020s and even of the last like 10-ish years. So if you haven't heard much about the Attention Star, I'd recommend checking one out. I'd recommend going to check it out. Go ask a few league mates, go ask your pro shop. They'll tell you a little bit more about the Attention Star, but this ball is really, really good for so many people. Moving on, we are going to the medium and smooth category. A lot of people label this as the benchmark category. This is going to be the middle of your bag option. This is going to be weaker than those strong and smooth balls, stronger than your weak and smooth balls, and it's going to be a ball you can go to where you just know it's going to be consistent. You know what it's going to do. It's going to be very, very versatile. This is arguably the most versatile slot in the bag. And we're going to start it off with the GOAT, with my GOAT. That is the Storm Phase 2. The Phase 2 has been around for almost 10 years now, and it is still one of the best league and tournament shot balls on the market today. This ball has been used so many times by PBA guys, so many times by house shot guys, and they just all love their Phase 2s. The Phase 2 is really, really good for so many people. Middle of the road core, middle of the road cover. It just always does what you want it to do. For me personally, I've used it well from first arrow. I've used it well from sixth arrow. It really hooks from anywhere that you want it to. It's good on long, it's good on short, it's good on medium. It's just a very consistent ball roll. You know what the Phase 2 is going to do. That's why it's been around for so long. One way to tell if a bowling ball is good is check how long its shelf life is. If it's not on the shelf that long, it might not be the best bowling ball. But remember, ball sales do not mean a ball's good. I know there's a lot of people showing that, this ball's selling really well. Well, it doesn't mean the ball's good. Also, pretty bowling balls can sell really well too. But this Phase 2 is the real deal. As a lot of bowlers know, you can ask any PBA tour guy, they usually have a Phase 2 with them. Next ball up is going to be a brand new one, the Roto Grip Rockstar. This is a ball down from the Phase 2, a little bit weaker, a little bit sharper. It's another solid symmetrical bowling ball, and this one is much better than everyone thought it would be. A lot of the PBA guys are really liking this one also. If they don't have a Phase 2, they have a Rockstar. Chris Vi specifically really likes this Rockstar. It is just slightly weaker and slightly sharper than the Phase 2, which is nice if you need a ball to get further down lane. That Phase 2 is really strong at the end of the day. This Rockstar is just consistent, brand new core, similar cover stock to what we've seen. Actually, this is a brand new cover stock, JK, brand new cover stock made for this ball. It's just really good. It's just really consistent. It is just a Phase 2 counterpart though. It is, if you don't like the Phase 2s, I'd check out a Rockstar because you're gonna like one or the other. They're very similar at the end of the day, very similar shapes, very similar bowling balls, but really is personal preference of which of these two you want. Next category is the medium and sharp category. These are going to be the bowling balls you go to after your benchmark. These are going to be slightly weaker symmetrical pearl bowling balls. So we're going to start off with one of the GOATs that has returned to us, the 900 Global Zen 25. The original Zen was one of the best balls that 900 Global has ever made, period. It is amazing. A really good bowling ball. Everybody had a Zen for a while. They unfortunately got discontinued after a few years. But then they brought it back with the Zen 25. This has a slightly changed cover stock to it, get it to push a little further down lane. AI core tech in it, like everything with Storm, to make it hook a little bit earlier. This is the closest ball to a Zen we've had since the original Zen. It is just a really good, consistent, shiny bowling ball. It's good on fresh, which makes it so unique. It's really a unicorn in the space. but it still can be angular if you need it to. If you want a stronger pearl bowling ball to go right after your phase 2 or right after your Rockstar that you can stand in the same zone with, check out the Zen 25. Next one's a little bit surprising, one that it's really in this slot, but it is going to be the Storm IQ AI. So the IQ Ruby recently got discontinued. Storm replaced it within a week with the IQ AI. This is a hybrid version with AI core tech on the IQ, make it hook a little bit earlier. However, the R2S hybrid cover stock they put on this thing must be on steroids because it goes sideways when it sees friction. This is a very, very weak medium and sharp bowling ball, so you can have a Zen 2 and an IQ AI in the same bag. They're going to do very different things. This IQ AI, though, is actually pretty strong. The IQ core is very weak. The cover stock on it is pretty weak also. This IQ AI, though, wants to pick up a little sooner because of that AI core tech, and then it also wants to go sideways when it sees friction. So this IQ AI is a great middle of the bag ball. Could be a little bit lower than some other bowling balls. I see it as closer to a weak and sharp bowling ball than a medium sharp. It's really on the edge of the two. This one really has done well so far for a lot of people. If you don't like yours, make sure to take the polish off, because with the polish off, it's a little tamer, a little calmer, and actually has some very good motion on harder conditions. Moving on, we are on the weak and smooth category. These are going to be bowling balls that fall after your benchmark. These are going to be lighter oil bowling balls. They're going to be more late in the day, or if you really want to keep your angles in front of you. First one we're going to go with is Storm's newest benchmark. That is the Ion Pro. Now, this is my #1 ball in this category. In the past, I haven't spoken the best about the Ion Pro. I've really had my eyes open in the last 1 to 2 to 3 months. This ball is getting better and better for people. I don't know why that is, why it's actually being thrown more than it was at release. Maybe because of the price point. I don't really know. But a lot more people are using the Ion Pro in a lot of just more house shot tournaments. It looks really, really good for a lot of people. Andrew Anderson is one on the PBA Tour who loves this bowling ball. He throws it all the time. It is really just what the IQ was when the IQ first came out. Stronger, smoother, slower, can play straighter. You can play angle if you want to. You really have to be slow with the bowling ball. But this is a really good weak and smooth bowling ball. I didn't like it at first. I thought it was overpriced. Now, I still think it's overpriced, but the reaction is really good, so it actually warrants a purchase. Then the #2 ball in this category is the other Storm GOAT, the IQ Tour. This is a weaker version of the Ion Pro. This was the original Ion Pro at the end of the day. One of the best tournament bowling balls of all time, one of the best Open Championship bowling balls of all time. This thing is good for playing straight, being smooth, being slow. It's a little more angular now than it was 5 or 6 years ago, unfortunately. But this ball can do it all. This is like a phase 2 where you can hook it from 5th arrow, you can play it from 1st arrow. It's one of those unicorn bowling balls, and the IQ Tour has been out for years and years and years. There's a reason. It is that good of a bowling ball. So if you don't want an Ion Pro, you want something weaker, a little bit sharper, check out the IQ Tour. And finally, we are in the weak and sharp category. These are going to be the weakest bowling balls in your bag for when there's not much oil, when you need to play way left, or you really want to just play in the friction. Starting us off is going to be a ball that I have actually dropped down to the weak and sharp category. I originally had it as a medium sharp. After seeing it a lot more, it is definitely just a stronger weak and sharp ball. That is the Road Warrior. This is one of the best looking bowling balls of the year, by the way. This is a remake / a remaster of the original High Road Pearl. It's going to be just Storm stereotypical skid snap motion. It has AI core tech in it. It has a new R2S in it that's a little beefier, it seems like, a little more angular than the original High Road Pearl. This thing likes to play left. It likes playing left to right. It goes sideways when it sees friction. It does what a weak and sharp ball is supposed to do. It still hooks a little bit on oil, which is a good sign. However, it really is best when there isn't much oil, when you need to play a little bit deeper on the lane. All right, and then finally, we are actually going to put the only other weak and sharp ball that Storm has on the market right now, and that is the Typhoon. The Typhoon is unreleased as of me dropping this video. However, it's really the only option. The only other option is the Hustle M&M. And the Typhoon is going to be a better weak and sharp bowling ball at the end of the day. The M&M is really, really good, especially if you want to play it really in the friction, but it's just a little bit too weak. The Typhoon is going to be a bit stronger than that. It's going to be a step below the Road Warrior, but a step above the Hustles, and I think that's really needed for this category. So the Storm Typhoon is going to be the number 2 ball on this list. Have heard a lot about it, have seen a lot about it. I know it's unreleased as of the time of this video, but it really fits this slot instead of the Hustle M&M. Now that could be controversial. Let me know what you think of that down below in the comments. I would rather have the Typhoon here if I had to pick a weak and sharp ball for just a general person's bag than a Hustle M&M. And that'll do it. That is our Storm, Roto Grip, and 900 Global 6-ball arsenal as of April 2025. This is going to be one of the best arsenals you can make from Storm Bowling with their best bowling balls in mind. Let me know if you would change anything down below in the comments. And remember, if you want the #1 place to build a bowling bag, build a bowling arsenal, and for the best unbiased bowling news, bowling ball information out there, I receive $0 from bowling companies. I receive 0 bowling balls from bowling companies. Everybody else on the internet kind of generally does at the end of the day. So make sure to subscribe so you can stay notified for any and all bowling ball news.